Hello everyone and welcome back to another a must-see chess game by Raul Capablanca, and his opponent is Santasiere, who was the chess champion of the prestigious US Open chess tournament for one time, and he won some important prestigious chess tournaments such as Marshall Chess Club Chess Championship. So he was a professional chess player, but his real profession was being a math teacher in the middle school. And he was also a talented piano player and also a painter who painted more than 400 oil paintings. So he was a man with many talents. But I don't know how his talents are going to help him against one of the greatest chess players of all times, Raul Capablanca. And this was actually a chess simul from the Marshall Chess Club. And Marshall Chess Club was actually one of the oldest chess clubs in the United States. So this chess simul happened in 1922. It was a 25-board chess simul. And Raul Capablanca has the white pieces, and he starts the game with pushing the d pawn, knight out, pawn up, c4, c5. It looks like the Benoni system, developing the knight, c takes on d4, knight takes on d4, and it is transposing into the English opening. Knight to c6, and now knight in, planning to play simply knight to d6. So we have bishop to b4, bishop out, and black castled. Well, this move was not a good move. Actually, pushing the e-pawn was the better move. And actually, black is doing very well. But after harmless looking castling, Capablanca is locating his bishop on d6, and it is hard to dislodge a piece from d6. It is hard to liberate the bishop, as you can see, on c8. So how to relieve this position, how to push the d-pawn. So in this position, bishop takes on d6. It was also attacking the rook, so knight takes on d6, knight back for dislodging the knight. Capablanca simply pushed the pawn, exchanging queen to e7, but Capablanca castled. f5, pawn up, exchanging the queens, and again, black has a crumpy position. Pushing the pawn, bishop to e2, knight to e5, rook over, pawn up, and now bishop out. Now activating the bishop, pushing the pawn, bishop goes back, king to b2, rook over, defending the pawn with the king, rook up, rook over, defending the pawn, rook to f8, and now a5 by Raul Capablanca, and he is basically threatening to take the pawn, and black is going to lose a pawn. So what else? Black captured the pawn, and maybe in this position black was expecting rook to a1, attacking the pawn and also defending the a pawn is going to be difficult. So in this position black is a pawn up, but only for temporary. So Capablanca is exploiting the weakness. So as you can see, black has double pawn structure in the queen side. On the surface, it looks like Capablanca is going to target the weakness on the A file. Raul Capablanca sacrificed the exchange. What a move. He understood that two passed pawns is actually pretty strong. So he could sacrifice the exchange. Knight takes, rook takes on d7, defending the bishop. Capablanca continues to advancement, continues to push his pawns. Full steam ahead, c5. Rook over, and now bishop in, targeting the weak-looking e-pawn, which is also pinned. a6, but Capablanca didn't blunder. If capturing the pawn, then moving the bishop, that is a discovered check to the king, also attacking the rook. Capablanca is advancing, pushing the pawn b6. That was the whole idea of Raul Capablanca. he sacrificed the exchange for creating these two beautiful pass pawns, connected pass pawns. And it is hard to stop these pawns. So bishop goes back, but easily defending the rook, rook back, and this move was a weak move. But let's take it back. I just want to play a random move. Then simply king is going to get in, and white is going to collect the pawns, but first advancing, if capturing the b pawn, rook takes bishop with check, and that is losing. So rook back, capturing the rook, capturing the pawn, king to e7, simply capturing the pawn, pinning the bishop, pushing the pawn, capturing the pawn, and there is nothing that black can do. As you can see, king up, and black has to give up the rook, and white has two extra pieces in this endgame, and black is losing. Okay, so Capablanca is advancing, rook back. This was the position that I posed. So what would you do in this position if you had the white pieces? Guess the next move of Raul Capablanca, one of the greatest chess players of all times. Well, Capablanca sacrificed the other rook. Double exchange sacrifice by Raul Capablanca. Rook takes on c8, but Capablanca did that for a good reason. We have bishop takes on e6. The rook is pinned, rook to b8. If capturing the c pawn, then b pawn is going all the way, full steam ahead once again. And black can't stop white promoting the queen. This is queen, so black is losing. So bishop takes on e6, rook to b8, Capablanca captured the rook check, king takes on f7, and after knight to d5, black simply resigned. Wow. What a brilliant chess game by Raul Capablanca. He always played simple chess, no complications, no fuss, and it was always beautiful. So Capablanca's pass pawns are going to march, and black can do nothing about it. Black can only watch Capablanca's pass pawns. So Capablanca is also supporting his b pawn, and he can push the c pawn, and this is why black resigned in this position. So the possible continuation, let me demonstrate that. So king to e6, pawn up, king over, pawn up, and now what? Defending, but now pushing the pawn, capturing, promoting the queen. And I think you get the picture. This is all over for black. And okay, so Capablanca simply sacrificed the exchange in this position for creating two connected pass pawns. And black is losing. So capturing the bishop, capturing the pawn, capturing the rook, knight in, and black resigned because of the obvious reason. And thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time with more brilliant chess games of Raul Capablanca. So thank you very much for watching, stay safe and take care.